I'm going to be honest here. I've never been to a singles event. I don't know any guys that have ever been to a singles event. I don't know of any guys who have even thought about it or talked about going to a singles event. I don't even know if guys even know where singles events are held. I have been to something close to it, and that was a Super Smash Bros. Tournament, and it was a bunch of single dudes there. And I think that women going to singles events, because they're really for women, it's like trying to find a man at a nail salon. If you go to a Super Smash Bros. Tournament, the chances that you're going to find a man is great. The ratio is going to be excellent. And the chances that that man is going to have a hobby outside of getting drunk and going to random bars is even better. So if you're actually serious about it, those are the events that you want to go to, because the men that you're interested in are definitely not going to be at a singles event. The video is titled, Women Shocked as 90% of Single Event Attendees Were Women. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
I signed up for a singles event on Valentine's Day, and here's how it went.
And that's
it was
sad.
fun, but there was more girls than there were guys. It was definitely like The Bachelor a little bit.
Men don't go to these.
Right.
Men do not go to singles events.
Going to another singles event, and this is my outfit.
Stop paying money to go to singles events. Men
Yes.
don't go.
Listen to Edna from The Incredibles. She's right. Men don't go to singles events.
Stop it.
So I would love to hear from you all as to why you think men don't attend singles events.
Come with us to a Thursday event. No attractive men found.
Well, that's the reason why men don't go to singles events. Women are using these singles events as ways to just get an ego boost. These are objectively not very attractive women, and they're just as desperate as the men that they're saying that are not attractive at the singles event, but because they can paint their face with makeup and show their boobs a little bit, they think that they're better than the men that are in the same places that they're in. So that's the reason why men don't want to go. It's because they know that the women there are there for an ego boost, and the men that these women actually want are not going to be at these singles events. And I think women know that, low-key.
Once again, modern women get disappointed after attending a single event. The lack of male attendees is the main reason for their disappointment, and some got mad to the point of calling it a waste of time and money.
Yeah.
I signed up for a singles event on Valentine's Day, and here's how it went. I was so nervous, you guys. This was a singles tournament at this paddle club here in New York City. You would play with different partners every game. It was fun, but there was more girls than there were guys.
Yeah, and we playing. I'm too competitive, bro. Lock in. I'm trying to win. You over here talking about love. I'm trying to win, bro. Lock in. You couldn't even meet. I'm too competitive.
Playing like The Bachelor a little bit. There was food and drinks and a DJ, so the vibe was good, but I wasn't really vibing with anyone, so please keep pushing me.
Female
to put myself
DJ
out
is
there.
crazy.
Thanks, guys.
I'm not 6 feet.
There were so few women there that there was a female DJ.
I don't have a six-pack. I don't make six figures. And guess what? I don't care.
Right.
Less than attractive guys would be rejected, and the handsome guys don't want masculine women.
It's true.
Women don't want the guys who need singles events. The guys women do want don't need this event. That simple.
And that's what it comes down to. Women like men that other women like for sometimes no reason other than the fact that other women like them. And so the men that have a bunch of women that like them don't have to go to singles events. And I just think that that's such a weird thing. Like, if I got a woman, I don't care if no man on the planet likes her. As long as I like her, she likes me, she's nice to me, and she's willing to help me get to certain milestones in my life and help me build a family, I don't give a damn who like my woman. But for some reason in women's eyes, something isn't valuable unless other women want it. It's almost like any other trend that ladies start. Like even those Labubu dolls, that's like the latest trend, right? Those things are objectively ugly. And the only reason that women want them and will spend the last of their money to get the rarest version of them is because they know other women want it. And it really just comes from a sense of insecurity. You're so insecure that you feel like you have to slap on makeup all the time, put hair on your hair, put nails on your nails. And the only way you feel validated is if you have a man that other women want, because other women wanting that man makes you feel like you have more value. It's crazy.
I have six-pack and make six figures. Just not 6 foot tall, so women will date me and let me take care of everything while letting me know they are settled.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's actually sad. I'm looking at this dude's profile picture. He's like a bald dude. He looks like he might be somewhere around middle age, not very built, just a regular white t-shirt. This is your regular guy, and I guarantee you the woman who accepted the date wasn't a Megan Fox. I'm sure she was just a regular woman. She was probably 40 pounds overweight, might have slept with a bunch of different dudes, and maybe even has a kid or two. And if she's middle-aged like he is, she probably already done been divorced. So it's like, yeah, bro, as a man, you don't even have to try to humble these types of women. Don't even try to humble a woman. Just get away from them if they think like this, because time will humble them. And the craziest part is probably all in her head. She's convinced herself that she's settling for a guy that actually she qualifies for, and is based on some arbitrary standard that she has in her head. And I know this woman, and by the way, anything that I say about somebody, I tell to them. So she already knows what I think about this situation. She was swiping on the dating app. She's early 30s, no kids, no candidates, still swiping on the dating apps, trying to find a man like she ordering a pizza. And there was this guy on there that was pretty clean cut. He looked like he was ready to, he sounded like he was ready to start a family. And he was a waiter. And I was like, why don't you try that guy? And she was like, no, because he's not meeting the standard. She was like, he's not in my standard. And she was talking about the fact that he was a waiter. And he was a waiter at a higher end restaurant. And if anybody's ever been to a higher end restaurant, some of these restaurants be getting 15% gratuity on every bill automatically. And them bills be like $300. And they're serving 2 or 3 tables per hour. So I'm like, this man's probably making decent money, but because of the nature of his job, because it's like him being a waiter, he's a server, that seems like it's beneath her. And I'm like, when did how much a man make become the standard? Isn't the standard how he treats you, how he talks to you, how he tries to put his best first foot forward during your first impression, how he pulls the chair out for you? When did that not become the standard? Since when did the standard just become about money or what a man does for a living? And I said, yeah, that's your problem. You don't want love. You want luxury. And you think that you have high standards, but really you're just desperate because you're desperate for the men that don't like you. That's still a form of desperation, by the way. Dating a man that you qualify for is not desperation. Dating a man and being willing to do anything for men that don't like you is desperation. But you know, nowadays, no matter how rational or logical you are with them, you can't tell them nothing. Some people got to touch the fire to know the stove hot.
Remember the days that men used to pay for these single events that were free to women. We no longer go to these single events because we had to pay for them and then no women would show up.
Right.
Now they know how we felt years ago. At least she was lucky this event happened because others were canceled due to the lack of men's interest.
Damn.
But when it comes to this video, I want to concentrate on this part.
It was fun, but there was more girls than there were guys. It was definitely like The Bachelor a little bit.
Our lack of interest in this type of event is just the result of constant unsuccess when
Right.
it comes to what we want out of these gatherings, and this is something that won't change anytime soon.
Exactly. I mean, you have these things like dating apps, you have social media, you have these avenues where most of these guys that would even be willing to go to these events have probably already tried to talk to women on like Tinder or Hinge or whatever it may be, and they've already faced a level of embarrassment because a lot of these ladies go on there for ego boost, and these dudes don't want to face that embarrassment in real life. Imagine IRL embarrassment. These just seem like humiliation rituals for dudes. I've seen women that go to these events. I've seen them on TikTok talking about these events. I've seen one woman that had 2 kids. She didn't look like anything, but she was at the event talking about all the men. And she was really talking about those men like she's better than them.
Men's reason for not attending a single event. Have a look at the next clip.
Tell you about my experience speed dating in New York City. And we're like, this selection? Literally every single guy was 5'6" or under, and there was not one cute guy.
I guarantee you that's a woman that's 5'3", and she's talking about them not being cute. She's putting makeup all over her face. Men are not supposed to be the cute sex. Women are the fairer of the two sexes.
That was the feedback of the event she attended, and this is what most guys face when they participate in this gathering. What men would be motivated or interested in a single event after comments like this?
Right.
Most modern women are looking for Chad only, regardless of the setting. And they are looking for those guys on a dating app, single event, and in any other possible setting you
Right.
can think of. Therefore, if you are the average Mike who works at Amazon, going to a single event will not make any difference because the likelihood of being rejected is the same as anywhere else. What is the point of paying to be rejected?
Facts.
We are well aware that most of us are not Chad, and we are clever enough not to pay to be rejected.
And by the way, the more expensive the world becomes, the more expensive everything becomes, the more hostile women are towards men, the more men listen to these types of stories on TikTok and see that this is how women as a collective think about things, the less likely men are to engage with women. So what you're seeing now is an entropy. Men are just stepping back and not even dealing with it, especially when you hear women talking about the type of dates that they want to go to in this economy. Why are you valuing yourself based on how much a man is willing to spend on you? I know it sounds cliche, but when ladies do that, that sounds like literal prostitution. You're valuing yourself based on how much a man is willing to spend on you?
But there is a vital piece of information most modern women are missing. They aren't aware that Chad doesn't need to attend a single event to find women. They already have a large pool to pick from.
Right.
And with that being said, they have no reason to attend it.
Now we're going to see a woman trying to sell the tickets for her single event. But she was clever enough to use a great selling point, which is an abundance of male attendees. Her advertisement video shows an event full of men.
Like, look at this brother right here. Look at this dude in the black. He is not going to this singles event, bro. And then they'll always have regular women. Like, you watch these dating shows. My wife be watching these dating shows on Netflix and all that stuff. I sit through it. You know, I'm scrolling. I'm trying to work, find videos that I can react to, things that are interesting. So I hear it in the background, right? And all the time, the women are so well, number one, all of the dudes are always above 6 foot. They're always like 22. They're always like super chiseled and all these different things. But then you'll see like regular looking women. And it's like they're trying to sell this idea, this dream to women that are watching this show, that there's this abundance of attractive, tall, chiseled guys that average women have access to. And you just go like, that's not even reality on its face.
Her advertisement video shows an event full of men. Let's have a look at what she is trying to sell to women.
It's a conversation event where everyone just happens to be single and we discuss interesting topics and get to hear different perspectives. We'll give you the conversation starters and topics so you don't need to worry about what to talk about next. You can
Bro right here is not going to singles events, bro. Bro is chiseled. He got the fitted jeans on. He got the fitted pants on. He got the man bun. You're not going to find this man at no damn singles event. What are we
just
talking
enjoy
about?
chatting to some great people and suss out who you'd like to get to know more. There's a big grazing table and plenty of chances to go around and chat to those people who pique your interest. You need to come and check out our Singles Connection event. Our last one in February was such a success. Head to our bio to apply. We already have over 130 new applications for this event.
And 90% of them are women.
I'll see you there.
She is very intelligent and her advertisement video was well thought through. She knows that women are losing interest because men usually don't go. But to get around this fact and get modern women to buy the ticket, she came up with the idea of having a video showing an abundance of men. But we have to give her credit for her creativity. She deserved it. But her advertisement video doesn't reflect the reality.
Right.
And this is what we are about to see in the next clip.
Yes. Yeah. Now this looks a lot more like it. Mostly middle-aged people, balding, a little bit overweight. This guy's probably talking about his love and passion for barbecue and saying that the Holocaust never happened. And she's just like, I'm not interested in this at all. Yeah, balding, middle-aged, yeah.
One thing I don't see mentioned on these single event videos. And maybe it's different in every area, but in Virginia Beach, single events charge men more to attend. Charge men more to be there and wonder why it's all women. They want you to pay for everything and expect to do nothing in return. The risk is not worth it. My boyfriend had to come to my country to find me. It was so sad when he was almost crying telling me he had never come home to a warm homemade meal and a smile.
Wow.
We are very traditional and family-oriented here in Dominican Republic.
I'll say this. A man coming home to a warm meal and a smile is all a man asks for. A man will go to work all day as long as he can come home to his kids, a warm meal, and a woman that is happy to see him. It's very simple.
All that independence that they wanted so bad has come back to haunt them. I wouldn't go to any of those women's single events. It's a complete waste of time. Men, work on yourself.
Yeah.
You will be glad that you did.
Right.
This is the reality of what goes down in most of these events, but those trying to sell the ticket paint it as if it is flooded with men. If you look at the footage closely, you will realize that most tables have 3 women and only 1 man. But at this point, we can consider this event successful because others didn't even have the opportunity to start, as the host had to cancel it due to men's lack of interest.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Even though there weren't enough men for every woman present in that event, they should still be happy because at least those guys gave them the opportunity to go out and interact with others. But I am glad guys are no longer wasting their time and resources on things like this. We know that paying to be rejected is a bad dating and financial strategy.
Next, we have another group of women who have something to say about the number of attractive guys they found in the event they attended.
Come with us to a Thursday event. Pet talk before we leave. No attractive men found.
Like, come on, bro. These are big girls. These are big boys and girls. Let's be honest here. And if you ask them, I guarantee you they're going to say that they attend because they have no self-awareness and they don't feel like they need to work on anything on themselves. They think that they're already perfect and all the men just have to come serve them. They don't want to be loved. These types of people want to be served. God damn, she almost bit her fingers off trying to get to that McDouble.
Maybe next time.
Why would a strong, independent, educated, and powerful woman need a singles event? I bet men did show up, but women today don't see those types of men. Chad doesn't go to singles events. Good men don't go either. It's a waste of time, energy, and money. For us bottom 96% of men, we can stay at home and be rejected for free. If my drinks ain't free, you won't see me.
Drizzle,
the men
drizzle.
they want to meet don't need to go to singles events. They have plenty of options already and don't need to subject themselves to this. The goal of those events is loud and clear. If modern women were going to this event with an open mind, things would be a lot different for them. If they weren't too focused on finding Chad, they probably would be able to see other guys who could be a better fit for them, but their inability to look in other directions prevents them from seeing other guys.
Yeah, and that's why when I see those types of women complaining about not being able to find good men, I just know it's a crock. Almost every woman on the planet can get a man. It's just that they don't want those men. They can get a man. They almost all know a man that would love them and give them everything that they want, but they don't want it from that man. They want it from a man that they can't get. And so every time I see this, I just think about the trail of bodies of men that have probably put in their time, money, and effort to show these types of ladies when they were 60 pounds lighter that they cared about them. But those women didn't care. The person that would probably be the best husband for them is in their friend zone.
Then they ask why most of us are no longer interested in single events. Would they pay for an event where they have a 90% chance of being rejected?
Right.
I bet they wouldn't make this financial mistake. Most guys wouldn't mind going to these events if things were different, but based on what modern women are looking for, most of us already know it's a lost battle, which makes going to a single event a pointless move. This is all for today's video.
It just seems like now if you actually want to be in a relationship, you got to try to be a part of some community. Like I remember when I was growing up, even in my earlier 20s, because there were so many more events that people would be going to, especially in places like college or just places where people would always mingle, because we were always together, people would just eventually couple up. You didn't even really have to go on dates. It's just you would become accustomed and you would know the person and learn the person. They weren't an absolute stranger because y'all are already in the same vicinity and talking and mingling. I think that having a family is worth it, so I don't think that people should give up, but I will say that it seems to be harder than ever. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or L, and give me the HBO special. That's our brother special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.